Hello friends, coming to you a little bit more casually than usual today because I just want to share some thoughts and feelings and some motivation because I know a lot of people need that right now. I just got back from an event local to me with other concerned progressive citizens who are looking to take action and looking to get involved. And I think a lot of people are feeling very apathetic and lost and confused. Maybe they feel like they don't know enough. They can't keep up. And that can make you feel very discouraged and keep you from taking action about what's happening in our federal government right now. And I just want to remind you that you do have a voice. You are capable of creating positive change in small and big ways, and there's no action too small for you to take right now. And that if all of us were taking more small steps every day, I think we'd see a lot more progress. All you need to take action and make a difference is a drive to do so. You don't have to be the most knowledgeable person. You don't have to know everything that's going on. I think we're all getting very overwhelmed. Even me, I have a lot of time to read articles and to learn and to form my opinions, but not everybody has that time. I know a lot of people are working jobs, they're taking care of kids, they're going to school, they're trying to live their life, and they don't have the time to absorb everything that's being thrown at us every single day. And I think that is the point. They want us tired, apathetic. They want us to feel like we don't know enough, that we can't do anything. Don't let them win. Those that are trying to take over our government, to destroy everything that's good about America, to exploit the people, manipulate the people, and hoard power and wealth for themselves and rule over us, those are the people that are trying to get you to believe that you don't have a voice and that you don't have power. And I know just from my platform how just using my voice has created a domino effect, and it has spread out. And I've had so many people message me and say, hey, like, I watch your videos and now I got inspired to go to a town hall. I got inspired to go to a protest. And all it takes is you standing up and saying, I'm willing to do something. I'm willing to go out there and stand against what's happening, to resist. And other people will see that and they will follow it too. I live in a very red area, the second reddest district in the entire United States. And there are still so many people every day, more and more, that are getting concerned, that are ready to take action. And it's very inspiring to see, but we need more numbers. And I know that it's very difficult to keep up with everything. It's difficult to stay informed. And a lot of people feel like they don't even really know how our government works. So it's a lot to learn. But find the things that you're most concerned about. Focus on those things. Every small action makes a difference. And maybe instead of trying to understand everything that's going on, maybe pick your issues and focus on those things and find ways to bring awareness to those issues and to resist in your own way. Making your calls, showing up at protests, joining local groups. I know a lot of people think, oh, there's nobody near me. There's no groups near me. Again, very red district. And I have found so many other groups and people, and new groups are being formed all of the time that I'm being told about. And so I am doing my part in my town to attend as many events as possible, to meet as many people as possible, and to find community that is ready to take action and make change. And we are doing that. We're setting up demonstrations and protests and trying to work on grievance events and town halls. And I just want to encourage you to get creative, to get very creative. You don't have to go to your local town hall and scream at your congressman like I did, or congresswoman, though you can if you'd like to do that. You have the right to free speech, and so we should all be using that right now, but you don't have to do that. You can make your calls. You can show up silently with your sign. You do not have to be a big personality. You don't have to be outgoing, and you don't even have to know everything. You just have to be able to look around and see what's going on and understand that that's not normal. This is not normal. And the other side is trying to gaslight us into thinking that we are being hysterical. We're being crazy. We are just, parroting all of these mainstream media talking points. And we know that that's not true. We know the facts because they're on our side. And when we look around, we can see that what's happening is not normal. It's not good. And if we don't resist quickly and we don't act and make some noise, we're not going to be able to preserve our freedom and our democracy and our way of life. And just sitting back and spiraling into anxiety and depression and hopelessness is exactly what they want. It's what the Trump administration wants. It's what the GOP wants. They are hoping that we get hopeless and apathetic. They are hoping that we feel like we can't make a difference, that we're up against a big machine. And we are. But there are more of us than there are of them. That machine, it's made up of a very small number of people compared to the number of people in this country that have a problem with what's happening. And all it takes is for you to recognize that there's a problem and that this is not normal, to care enough to start making action, to start taking action. And there are all kinds of ways you can do that. Find your own way, join local groups, meet up with your local Democratic leaders. I have to say that there's a lot of people right now that are very angry with Democrats and angry with Democrats in Congress and Senate, and I don't blame them, and I'm pretty upset too. I'm struggling with my party right now. Part of me wants to switch to independent, but if you're just complaining about the fact that our leaders aren't doing anything, our representatives aren't doing anything, but you're not taking the action yourself, you're not willing to stand up and back them and show them that you are out there too taking action, not much is going to get done. They will only go as far as we are willing to go. And we are the people. We are supposed to stand up and to protect what we value. And I think all of us value freedom, democracy, affordable living, the most basic things, our Social Security, our health care, programs that feed children and lift people up who are in need. That is such a foundation of our values as Americans, or at least it should be and has been in the past. And I want to see us get back to that. And I want to see us resist this. And I want to see more people standing up and going out and getting a little rowdy, getting a little loud, or getting creative. You can go out into your town, you can hand out flyers and inform people. You can hold up signs on the street corner. You can find groups to join, protests to join, hold events where people can air their grievances, get creative. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, create art that represents the struggle, represents the resistance, and just be bold in your resistance against what is happening. We have to preserve this. We have to preserve the last shreds of democracy that we have and then build on that. And I believe that we can do it. I think just not enough of us are fired up. I was talking with a friend earlier today about how everyone around just kind of seems sleepy, very sleepy. And, that's the area I live in. It's a sleepy area. Everybody's just trying to live their life and enjoy it. And I know a lot of people are just, they're like, I'm just going to go about my life. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to enjoy it. But soon enough, if we don't fight back and preserve our democracy, we won't have much to enjoy. We won't be able to just enjoy our lives. And I think it's really important that people understand that you might be someone who wants to just ignore what's going on and hide away and not think about it. And I empathize with that. Before the election, I told my husband, I'm not fighting. I'm not resisting. We're going to pack up. We're going to load up our stuff and we're just going to go drive to the middle of nowhere and just hide out and, stay there for 4 years until everything blows over. And then the election happened. And I realized that it is my duty, it is my responsibility to preserve my own freedom for me. You don't even have to think about anybody else. I mean, it's great to think about everybody else. It's great to fight for everybody else's rights, but all you really have to do is understand that you deserve the right to live. You deserve the right to have a voice. You deserve the right to dictate your own life without oppressive authoritarian rule. So fight for that. Fight for your right to live and exist. And by default, you will be fighting for all of your fellow Americans too. So I'm just asking you to stay fired up, to channel your anxiety and your hopelessness into action, because the more I act, the better I feel. This past month has been kind of wishy-washy for me. I've been trying to get as active as possible, but I've been trying to overcome this terrible sinus infection, and so I've been really down. And in the moments that I'm down and I can't take action, I start spiraling and I get really nervous. And I know that there are times when we need to kind of sit and feel and acknowledge our feelings and tell ourselves that it's okay and appropriate to respond the way we're responding to this administration. If we're feeling hopeless and anxious, that is a normal response. Give yourself the permission to feel it, and then when you're ready, take some action. It might start with a phone call or an email to your representative. Maybe they don't answer, but you're still leaving a message. People say, oh, well, these calls don't work. But when you get so many people calling, so many people showing up, emailing, writing letters, there is a threshold. And at some point, I do believe that your representative will go from not really caring about what their constituents have to say to, uh-oh, there's a lot of people mad at me. This is not good. There's a threshold. And just think, you could be that one person that crosses that line. You could be that one person that takes your representative from not caring to realizing that their job is on the line. Imagine if you were that one person that got them to fight for you, to speak up for you, to work for you, because our representatives work for us, not the other way around. And at the recent town hall that I went to, I was told, be respectful. You have to listen to me. I'm informing you. And that is not how this works. Don't let them convince you that they are your boss or they are your authority as much as they want to be. Their job is a civil servant to serve you, the public, and to represent you and your voice. That is their job. And if they don't do it, vote them out. Democrat or Republican, vote them out. Get loud, get rowdy, get creative, and know that your voice matters. Every little small action matters. So take those small actions and then take the big ones. Take as many steps as you can to keep fighting, keep resisting, and keep speaking out.